Hello, welcome. We are here with Gerald Roliz with Natural Health Improvement Center of Idaho, which is on Overland here in Meridian. And Gerald will be doing our future Learn and Experience, which is on October 25th, coming up very shortly. That is going to be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So you won't want to miss out on that one. A little bit more about Gerald and have him introduce himself and share what you do.
Okay, sure. Yep. Thanks, Nikki. I'm the lead clinician here at the Natural Health Improvement Center, and my previous career, I was a pharmaceutical sales representative, and during my time as a drug rep, I learned a lot about how pharmaceuticals are sold and how the pharmaceutical industry is really a for-profit entity and really doesn't provide a lot of health solutions. They're really good at suppressing symptoms. I mean, you came from the background, right? And so it really put this idea that we should really question everything that's coming from the pharmaceutical industry and just try to be a little more understanding of why there are certain formulas, why certain pharmaceuticals, why certain injections are being pushed upon us, and then what are the possible risks. And what I found is that oftentimes as a pharmaceutical sales rep, the risks of certain pharmaceuticals were never made apparent to the patients. We called that, we would always phrase it to the doctors like, the risk always outweighed the benefits. So you probably saw, in your environment where people would take a medication and they develop side effects or, possible disease from that particular pharmaceutical, and then they'd be prescribed another pharmaceutical, and you saw that all the time. I saw that. And I finally woke up. And so when we take that level of scrutiny, I always like to apply that with any type of pharmaceutical product, and that includes certain injections. And so this is a topic that is very polemic, and I try to present information and data so that we can have all the information, because as a child, my parents, they gave me certain injections. They were doing the best with what they knew. Everybody's always doing the best with what they know. So this topic is for anybody and everybody who is just wanting some more information. We've all made decisions, though, that we may have resisted, and then we moved forward with it, and then sometimes we get lucky. Sometimes we don't get certain side effects, and sometimes we do develop side effects. And I just want to clarify as to what is potentially going on, what is the data known to each of these ingredients. Some people will totally get unfazed. I have siblings, I'm a family of 3 kids, and I would say that I had certain side effects to some of these childhood injections, more so than my brother and my sister. I would say my brother came out totally unfazed, and my sister maybe had some issues. And so not everyone develops these challenges. And so, I want to bring light to what are the potential challenges that may develop, what are the known ingredients, and then what data is available. And then more importantly, if someone has had certain reactions or maybe has had no reactions but has had the ingredients in their body, what is the body needing to help eliminate these toxins? Because there are some chemicals, some heavy metals, some other in the talk, and then what can be done to support your body naturally to help with the elimination, the chelation of these substances in a comfortable manner, because no one likes to go through a harsh detox.
And I come from Western medicine, and Western medicine has its place, but with my personal background, my mom had cancer twice. My dad passed away from early onset Alzheimer's. And a lot of the answer to that is, here's your pill, here's your pill. But it never gets to the root cause. And that's what I appreciate about what you're doing here. And there's so many of our practitioners and gathering of light workers that that's their focus and really their mission in life. We've all had these losses or life circumstances that have brought us where we want to find a better answer, a better way of healing. And so there's so many amazing professionals, practitioners, healers in our group that offer just a different light, a different lens. And I love, your perspective, and you're so gentle about that too. I come in and see you with my daughter, and it's made a huge difference. And even I do stuff and you're like, well, and you're so gentle, it's, I appreciate that about you. And so you're so good at sharing your wisdom. And so that's what this class really is about. It's not about a polarity of subject. It's just offering education and wisdom that and understand and have had many years research. I mean, you've written a book, you've worked very close with somebody that also wrote quite a bit of literature on this subject. So I'm really excited, for this class and, to hear what you have to say. And then a little bit about your practice too. You encapsulate so many different things that you help with. Do you want to share just a little bit more about the different things that you do here at Natural Health Improvement Center of Idaho?
Yeah, sure. At the end of the day, we like to focus on what we call the 6 barriers to healing. The first is malnutrition. A lot of us are overfed but undernourished. And what I mean by that is we can go to an all-you-can-eat buffet with a lot of refined foods and overcooked foods, devitalized foods, and these foods then have pesticides, preservatives, and so there's a lot of individuals that, for example, who only ate egg whites because they were scared of eating cholesterol-rich egg yolks. But, you have chickens. I had chickens prior to moving here. And, if you look at just what's in an egg has an egg yolk, an egg white, and if it's a fertilized egg, it has literally everything needed for life. And so there's so many individuals who have just ate the egg white for 10 years and they come in and I find that they're malnourished of all the nutrients in an egg yolk, and so think of that analogy applies to literally every type of food product that's been consumed where it's been refined. And if it's been refined, it's had essential nutrients removed in which our bodies have needed, and it's our job to put that back into the body. And it's amazing that a lot of symptoms of poor nutrition will then just fade away and disappear. Heavy metals, chemicals, there's lead being dumped on us from all the airplanes. All the airplanes burn leaded gasoline. All our gas vehicles burn unleaded, but we're still getting lead from the air, and then there's chemicals, pesticides, synthetic fertilizers. Those go into our bodies, and then they don't always leave, and so we have to support that, the elimination. And then also pathogens. So mold, there's a lot of mold toxicity wherever I go, and I see parasites too. A lot of individuals have dogs or cats, even horses, and they know to deworm their animals, but they forget that they need to be dewormed themselves. And so by the time they come to our clinic, they start seeing parasites that are very well fed over very many decades, and we have to help get those out because the parasites create a lot of waste product in our bodies, and that creates another level of toxicity. And then they also eat your food. So if you're dealing with malnutrition, you've got to have that. And then also food sensitivities, food allergies, food intolerances. We see a lot of individuals who are having reactions to foods, and we want to help people identify what those foods are, help them get on a specific elimination diet, and then eventually rebuild their bodies so that they can reintroduce those foods and eat with purpose. So there are a lot of scars that individuals will have from tattoos, piercings, surgeries, or just injuries. Scars along the skin sever the flow of energy along these Chinese acupuncture meridians, and so that is a barrier to healing. If someone is getting acupuncture, continue to do it, but make sure your scars are fully healed so that the energy is moving up and down these meridians at their optimum. And so, that's what we address. We like to identify what those 6 barriers to healing are in each individual, and then provide the right genuine replacement building blocks from whole food-based supplements, herbs. We use some homeopathy and some special anti-parasitic herbal formulas to help get rid of those. So,
and you use such a high quality, with the standard process, which you're having a class coming up, aren't you? Just
yes.
that as well?
Yeah, so just this upcoming week, I'm actually going to have 30 standard process clinicians come into the clinic and learn from me, and hopefully they can gain more in-depth knowledge and understanding of these formulas. I have since 2009 been training clinicians across the country on how to use these formulas, as well as now the cell core formulas, and there's such a depth of understanding that has made my job enjoyable because I love learning, and I love learning the history of how these were developed by an amazing human being who had devoted his life for bettering humanity. And so I always like to just think that I'm just passing on the knowledge from my mentors onto other colleagues so that we can help more people.
Yeah, and it's about sharing that wisdom, you know, and when we work together and come together, then we're stronger. We're stronger as a community when we're able to share that wisdom with other people. So that's another thing I appreciate about what you're doing, is sharing that wisdom and wanting to duplicate this process. But I love it when people walk into their evening social, because you host those here at the clinic, and people go, "Oh, standard process! Like, I love this stuff," you know. So it's really neat seeing that, you know, and quality. You know when it's hard saying with supplements because there's no regulation. So how much of it is fluff and how much of it is you're actually getting nutrient dense from, you know, what God put on earth kind of thing, right? Of how to heal our bodies a natural way, not a synthetic way. So yeah, I love what you're doing here. And I'm really excited for your class that's coming up on the 25th. So definitely make sure that you get registered for that. You can go to the website at www.gatheringthelightworkers.com, or you can also find it from the Facebook group as well. But thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. And
thank you for all the work you're doing, you know, because I'm doing what I can to share the knowledge of standard process and these other amazing other formulas and connect with the community and other clinicians. And you're doing a phenomenal job connecting people all throughout, not only the Treasure Valley, but people beyond. And so I appreciate what you're doing too. So keep up the good work.
Yeah. It's divinely driven.
There you go.
Yeah, no, thank you. All right. Well, we'll see you soon. Much love.